Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel. In this video, we will see properties of Fourier transform. So, in this video, we will see three properties, that is frequency shifting property, time reversal property, and frequency scaling property. Time scaling property. So, first we will see frequency shifting property. So, this property states that when my time domain signal x of t is getting multiplied by an exponential signal e to the power j omega t, then it results in a frequency spectrum shifted by omega naught. So how my this property looks like: if Fourier transform of x of t is, this is capital X of omega, then e to the power j omega naught t into x of t, Fourier transform of this kind of signal is x of omega minus omega naught. So my time domain signal x of t is getting multiplied with e to the power j omega naught t, so which is resulting in a frequency spectrum getting shifted by omega naught. This is what this property is all about, and we will see how to prove it. So proof of this. So by definition of Fourier transform, we know f of e to the power j omega naught t. We are taking the left hand side part, that is this time domain part. So we are taking, by the definition of Fourier transform, we can write Fourier transform of this is nothing but e to the power j omega naught x of t, as it is we have to write, and here it will be e to the power minus omega j omega t. So this is my Fourier transform operator. So now we can see from these two terms that j and omega or j and t are both common. So these two terms can be written as x of t here, e to the power minus j taken common, and omega minus omega naught into t dt. So we can write this in this fashion, these two terms clubbed together. So what we know from the definition of Fourier transform, that whatever this operator's frequency part is, whatever it is with, that all the frequencies we have to take in consideration, and my frequency domain signal for this type of signal will become omega minus omega naught. So this is what my frequency shifting property looks like, and we have successfully proved it. So we will see what is next. Next we will see what is a time reversal property. To proceed with this property, we should first know what is meant by reversal, reversing of signal. So time reversal means in time domain, this is my 0 to infinity, suppose my x of t lies in this part, all positive t, then reversing it means it is now shifting, the corresponding t value will get mirrored onto the other side of y-axis. So here it was x of t in this part, then reversal will give x of minus t. So if this x of t has a Fourier transform x of omega, then x of minus t will have a Fourier transform where the frequencies are also getting reversed. This is what we need to prove, and this is what my time reversal property looks like. So we will see how to prove it. So from the definition of Fourier transform, we know Fourier transform of x of minus t can be written as minus infinity to infinity x of minus t e to the power minus j omega t dt, where this is my Fourier transform operator. So now replacing all t terms by minus t in right hand side of this equation. So wherever there is t, we have to replace it with minus t. So this can be written as minus infinity to infinity. Then minus t will become t here, and e to the power here it is only t. So this will become minus t. So minus minus will get cancelled, and it is j omega t, and this is dt. So we can now write this thing as x of t e to the power minus j, here again a minus, so this is nothing but j omega t only, but we are writing it in this fashion. So from the definition we know whatever in whatever condition my frequency term is with this um, Fourier transform operator, that will change my frequency in frequency domain. So this is minus omega, so here also it will be minus omega. So this is how my Fourier transform of x of minus t will be, and this is my time reversal property. We have successfully proved it. Now we will see next, that is my time scaling property. So when in time domain my x of t is getting multiplied with x of at, means my time function is getting multiplied with a constant a. When a is greater than 1, then my signal is in compressed version of x of t, and when a is less than 1, then it is expanded version of x of t. So we will see what is the statement for this property. So we know if Fourier transform of x of t is what? X of omega, then my Fourier transform of x of at will be 1 by mod of a, this is x of omega by a. So when my time domain signal is getting multiplied by a constant a, then in frequency domain my frequencies are getting divided by that same constant a. This is what the property states, and we will now prove it. So proof of this property will be, we know first thing is just by the definition of Fourier transform of x of at will be minus infinity to infinity. Whatever here it is, we have to write it down. So x of at here, e to the power minus j omega t dt. So now we can substitute, putting at is equal to p. Some other value we are putting in place of at. So t will become p by a, and dt will be dp by a. Substituting all these values on the right hand side of this equation, we will get minus infinity to infinity x of p e to the power minus j omega t by a. P we have to change, and this is dt will become dp by a. So this a is a constant, so we can bring it outside. So this will be 1 by a, integration minus infinity to infinity x of p e to the power minus j omega by a into p dt. So we know from the definition of Fourier transform that with this Fourier transform operator, whatever the condition of my frequency term is, then my Fourier transform version in frequency domain will be as it is, whatever we are getting in this frequency term. Okay, so this is how my we got our Fourier transform of x of 80. Now we know that there are two conditions, that is when x is greater than 1, that is compressed version, then in that case my a is a positive quantity. So this can be written as it is, that is Fourier transform of x of 80 can be written as 1 by a itself, x of omega by a. But when my a is less than 1, then in this case f of x of 18 can be written as 1 by minus a. It can be a negative value when it is less than 1, and this can be written as our x of this a all will also become minus a, so minus omega by a. So what we can do is we can bring commonly we can write it down as 1 by mod of a x of omega by a. So this is nothing. So my Fourier transform of x of 80 is 1 by mod of a x of omega by a. So this is my time scaling property. So in this video we have seen three properties. The first is time frequency shifting property, then time reversal property, and the last one that we have seen is time scaling property. So I end my video here, and there are other important properties of Fourier transform that we will see in our upcoming videos. So stay tuned to learn about more properties so that we can easily evaluate the Fourier transform of complex functions by using these properties. So I end my video lecture here. I hope you have understood the concept well, and thank you.